Hi everyone, welcome to our comprehensive training. Today we are going to cover Module 6, which is Performance Evaluation. And this is part 6 of 8 module comprehensive implementation series. And we hope that you found the previous modules helpful because this module here is built on the previous ones, although it's a standalone module, but each module is connected to other modules, and we encourage you to check out the previous ones. So building on the operations control from module 5, this module is where, just give me a second. Yep, I hope you can hear me clearly. This module is where you learn to see how well your quality management system is actually working. You will learn to monitor what matters, analyze trend, manage customer feedback, conduct meaningful internal audit, and perform effective management reviews. This is where you discover if your operational controls are delivering the results you intended. This Module 6 of an 8 module series journey from zero to ISO 9001 certification and beyond is implemented on a real world case study that we are going to give you an overview shortly. Instead of just explaining clauses, we have incorporated a real world company dissected into pieces and walk with you through each process and each implementation so that you can have a vivid view and have an effective learning outcome. Module 6 focuses on performance evaluation, which means knowing whether the system is actually working, and through this module, you will learn it. According to ISO 9001 Clause 9, which is performance evaluation, ensuring it ensures that organizations can see the system performance clearly, learn from data and audits, and make evidence-based decisions. This module provides practical implementation of performance evaluations that ensures continuous learning. Our case study organizations, let's have an overview. The name of the organization is the Global Meat House, and the type of the organizations is meat slaughtering, processing, packing, and export organization. The scale of our organization consists between 200 to 500 employees across two operational sites. On those operational sites, namely Site A, livestock reception, slaughtering, primary carcass handling, and initial chilling operations are handled in Site A, which is 15 kilometers from Site B. And in Site B, we handle secondary processing, cutting, deboning, portioning, packing, labeling, cold storage, and distribution operations. The market reach of our organization includes local retailers and wholesalers, food services operators. Food services operators include restaurants and hotels and butchers, and also international markets export customers, including EU, Middle East, Asia, and US markets. Key performance evaluations questions from previous module, which is module 5, include the following. First, are controls working for system effectiveness? And the underlying question is, are the operational controls delivering expected results? What we need here to confirm are data showing its specifications conformance trend and complaints patterns and cost impacts. The second question we have from previous model is, are customers satisfied? And that through market feedback, we can analyze that. Currently, we have limited visibility into customer perception, and market signals requiring systematic feedback collection. Thirdly, we do have our process performance having trend analysis, and what we need to conduct that effectively include regular trend analysis of performance data to identify patterns and predict issues before they become problems. Fourthly, we do have internal audit. Is it effective? And we should use internal audit as a learning tool. What we do need for that includes internal audit should be type of internal audit that provides insights and drive improvement rather than type of internal audit that's just checking compliance boxes. Fifthly, we do have management decision making for strategic direction. What we need to measure the effectiveness of that is the type of management reviews that make decisions and allocate resources based on system performance data. Then we do have continuous learning for market intelligence. And what we need here is a type of organization design that talking to itself through system intelligence that shows where it hurts, where it works, and where it needs help. Our goal today for Module 6 include transforming organizational controls from Module 5 into measured, monitored, and continuously improving systems that demonstrates progress towards the quality objectives that we have set, namely tracking customer complaints reduction from 2.3% to under 1.5%, and also monitoring its specifications conformance improvement from 94% to 98%, and measuring temperature excursion elimination and verifying traceability performance improvement and tracking export documentation accuracy from 93% to 99% and demonstrating cost of poor quality reduction of 30 to 50%. This module provides the performance evaluation systems that turn your operational control into learning, improving, and countable system. Let's recap what we have built so far from Module 1. In Module 1, understanding the organization, we have covered context analysis, organizational context analysis, and that include internal and external issues. And also we have identified interested parties that include customers, regulators, suppliers, and employees. And as well, we have mapped the process approach from livestock reception to slaughtering, processing, and to distribution. Then we have defined the scope covering two sites operations and our employees who are 200 to 500 employees. And also we have established current performance baseline, which is currently is at 384,000 USD cost of poor quality. Then we move to Module 2, which is leadership and culture and quality culture, and it covered leadership accountability metrics, which we have created there. Also, we have established quality policy, which covered animal welfare, cold chain, traceability, and export compliance. And there, in Module 2, we have set quality objectives with 6 key metrics targeting real performance gaps. Also, interface control procedures was covered, which is 15-kilometer transportation between two sites, site A and site B. And finally, in Module 2, we have established leadership routines to include daily routines, weekly routines, monthly routines, and quarterly routines. Then we moved to Module 3, which is planning the quality management system, and we have covered there. We have established risk-based thinking framework, And we have created risk register for all critical interfaces. And also quality objectives have been linked to identified risks. And we have defined change management procedures as well. Risk control have been designed for prevention. Then in Module 5, which is support processes, we have covered the following: resources and infrastructure management system, competence frameworks and training programs, communication system connecting sites, document control system have been operationalized, and calibration and maintenance program. In our fifth module, which is operational control, we have covered the following: process mapping and control system have been implemented, supplier management program have been operationalized, product identification and traceability system, and non-conforming product controls have been implemented. Then today, our module, which is performance evaluation, now measures and evaluates how well our controls operations are performing. These controls are working, and now we measure their performance through this module. Let's now have a look how each module supports the 6 quality objectives that we have set. The first quality objective, which is customer complaints, from Module 4 support, we have competence personnel and calibration equipment have been provided. And then in Module 5, operations, we have process controls and non-conformity management have been implemented. And today in Module 6, performance, complaints tracking, trend analysis, customer satisfaction measurement, and monthly reviews will be implemented. Then we have second objectives, which is specifications conformance improvement from 94% to 98%. From Module 4 support, we have training programs and measurement systems. And from Module 5 operations, we have process mapping and supplier controls. And in Module 6 today, performance, we will have performance monitoring, yield analysis, rework trending, internal audit verification. The third objective, which is cost of poor quality reduction by 30 to 50%. From Mutual 4 support, we have resources optimization and waste reduction. And from Mutual 5 operations, we have non-conformity controls and yield optimization. Then from Mutual 6 today performance, we will have cost tracking, waste analysis, management review focus, and improvement prioritization. Then our fourth objective, which is temperature excursion elimination from the 12th incident we have from previous year to zero. From Mutual 4 support, we have preventive maintenance and monitoring equipment have been provided. And from Mutual 5 operations, we have temperature controls and transportation monitoring have been implemented. And then today in Mutual 6 performance, we will have continuous monitoring, trend analysis, excursion investigation, and audit verification. Our fifth quality objective, which is traceability performance, with our target to eliminate the 8 gap we have from previous year and ensure 100% traceability success. From Mutual 4 support, we have traceability database and documentation system. And from Mutual 5 operations, we have end-to-end identifications and monthly reels. And today in Mutual 6 performance, we will have monthly traceability test, gap analysis, audit trails, and performance measurement. Our sixth and final quality objectives is export documentation. From mutual 4 support, we have document controls and competence staff have been provided. And from mutual 5 operations, we have labeling controls and verification procedures have been implemented. Today in mutual 6 performance, we will have accuracy monitoring, error analysis, customer feedback, and management review decisions. Mutual 6 represents the measurement and evaluation of everything controlled in Mutual 5. The 6 quality objectives are now being measured and analyzed to drive continuous improvement in Mutual 7. You cannot improve what you do not see, and in Mutual 6 is where your quality management system transition from execution to learning. Here, we measure the actual performance of processes that transform live animals into quality meat products for local and export markets. This is where you discover if all your planning, your leadership, your support system, and your operational control are delivering the results you intended. Today, we will cover how to monitor what matters, and that means measure process performance and system effectiveness. Also, we will analyze trends, which means transforming data into insight and improvement actions. And also, we will apply learn continuously, which means using audits and reviews to drive system improvement. Module progression from operations control to performance evaluation today. In Module 5, operations, we have covered process mapping and control, operational planning, suppliers management, and traceability and identifications. Today in Module 6 Performance, we will cover monitoring and measurement, customer satisfaction, internal audits, and management review. And then in Module 7 Improvement, we will cover nonconformity analysis, corrective actions, continuous improvement, and innovation integration. Module 5 provided the controls, which means operational systems that ensure consistent execution. And in Module 6, it provides the measurement, which means the visibility to see how well these controls are working. What this module cover? Module 6, this module implement ISO 9001 Class 9, which is performance evaluation through 4 key performance evaluation areas, each area addressing a specific subclass of the standard. The core performance evaluation activities today will include monitoring and measurement of processes and products, customer satisfaction monitoring and analysis, internal audit programs planning and execution, management review process and decision making, analysis and evaluation of system effectiveness, performance trend analysis and reporting, risk-based thinking application to audits and reviews. In our real-world implementation, the module addresses actual performance evaluation challenges from 2 sides meets operations, including measuring specifications conformance across shifts, tracking customer satisfaction patterns, conducting meaningful audits that drive improvement, and management reviews that make decisions. Today, together we will build practical measurements systems that demonstrates progress towards the 6 quality objectives and enable evidence-based decision making. By completing this module 6, you will have implemented the performance evaluation requirements of Clause 9. ensuring your system can see its own performance clearly and learn continuously. Measurement without question is just a noise. Question will turn your data into learning. ISO 9001 Class 9 performance evaluation encompasses all monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation requirements. This module addresses Class 9.1, which is monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation, and we will include Class 9.1.1, which is general overview, and then Clause 9.1.2, which is customer satisfaction. We will also include Clause 9.1.3, which is analysis and evaluation. And then we will also cover Clause 9.2, which is internal audit. And in Clause 9.2, we will include Clause 9.2.1, which is audit programs, and Clause 9.2.2, which is how to conduct audits. And then we will move to class 9.3, which is management reviews, including class 9.3.1, which is an overview. And we will include class 9.3.2, which is management review inputs. And we will cover class 9.3.3, which is management reviews outputs. Organizations must determine what needs to be monitored and measured, when monitoring and measurements shall be performed, and when the results shall be analyzed and evaluated. For our case study, Global Meat House, this means ensuring that every critical aspect of operations, from livestock reception to export delivery, is measured, is analyzed, and is used for decision making. Performance evaluation is the organization talking to itself. This is how you meet the comprehensive requirement of Clause 9.2 by implementing all the named clauses above and subclauses, by creating system that listen carefully to what the operations is telling you about where it hurt, where it works, and where it needs help. What performance evaluation is versus what performance evaluation is not. Let's take a look so that we can avoid the pitfalls. Clause ISO 9001 Clause 9.1 Monitoring, Measurement, Analysis, and Evaluation requires evaluation for learning, not just reporting. Understanding what performance evaluation truly means prevents common implementation mistakes. First, let's look at what performance evaluation is. Performance evaluation is learning from data and trends. Performance evaluation is evidence-based decision making, and performance evaluation is proactive insight generation, and performance evaluation is system improvement driver. However, performance evaluation is not a historical reporting. Performance evaluation is not a compliance check, and performance evaluation is not a reactive problem response. Performance evaluation is not management presentation. By focusing on learning, evidence-based decisions, and proactive insights, rather than historical reporting and compliance checking, you implement Clause 9.1 in a way that drives improvement rather than just documentation. The four pillars of ISO 9001 performance evaluation of the subclasses that we just explained it previously. The first pillar is monitoring and measurement, which is clause 9.1, and this will cover risk-based monitoring of processes, products, and customer satisfaction. Then the second pillar of ISO 9001 performance evaluation is customer satisfaction, clause 9.1.2, and this must cover systematic collection and analysis of customer feedback and perception. Then the third pillar of ISO 9001 performance evaluation is internal audit, clause 9.2, which cover learning focused audits that drive system improvement. The fourth pillar of ISO 9001 performance evaluation is management review, which is clause 9.3, and that covers a strategic decision making forum based on system performance data. These four pillars collectively address the core requirements of ISO 9001 Clause 9 performance evaluation, ensuring your system can see its own performance, learn from feedback, and make evidence-based improvement. First topic of our uh, Module 6 is monitoring and measurement, which is what controls risks. Measure what control risk and don't only measure what is easy. ISO Class 9.1, ISO 9001 management, quality management system, Class 9.1, which is monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluations, requires organizations to determine what needs to be monitored and measured to ensure valid results and demonstrate conformity. Organizations must determine what need to be monitored and measured, the method for monitoring, the method for measurement, and the method for analysis and evaluations to ensure valid results, and when the monitoring and measurement shall be performed. For our case study, Global Meat House, this means monitoring the processes and outcomes that directly impact product safety, quality, and customer satisfaction. By establishing risk-based monitoring system with clear measurement methods and analysis procedures, we meet the requirement of Clause 9.1 for effective monitoring and measurement. The key principle in monitoring and measurement here, measure must link back to risk identified in previous modules, in our case is Module 3, and support the objectives outlined, and in our case, it must support the 6 quality objectives from Module 2. Key performance areas for two sites operations. ISO 9001 Class 9.1.1 General Overview requires monitoring and measurement of processes and products that affect system performance. This table below that we are going to show you will show the key areas requiring measurement based on risk assessment. First, the area, the product quality. What matters here is customer trust. And the typical measurement include defects, rework rates, specification conformance percentage. The monitoring method here include daily inspection records and yield tracking. The objective addressed here through product quality include specification conformance with our objective of raising the accuracy from 94 to 98%, and customer complaints improvement to reduce it from 2.3 to under 1.5% per shipment. The second area is process stability. Why it matters here is for the consistency, and the typical measurement include process variation, rejection, and yield consistency. The monitoring method here include statistical process controls and trend analysis. The objective we are addressing with our process stability include specifications conformance, cost of poor quality reduction. The third area is cold chain. Cold chain matters here for food safety integrity, and the typical measures include temperature compliance and excursion frequency. The monitoring methods for cold chain include continuous monitoring and alarm system. Objectives addressed with our cold chain monitoring include temperature excursion elimination, with our objective to achieve 0% excursion per year. The other area we have is customer feedback, and it matters here for market signal. The typical measurement for customer feedback include complaints, returns, and satisfaction scores. Typical methods to measure customer feedback include feedback collection system and surveys. The objectives addressed with measuring customer feedbacks include customer complaints reduction. Other areas we do have supplier performance. It matters here because it inputs the quality. The typical measure here for supplier performance include rejection rates and quality score, and the typical methods for measuring supplier performance including supplier scorecard and performance reviews. And the objectives addressed here with supplier performance measurement include specifications conformance and cost of poor quality reduction. The other area we need to measure is system health. It matters system health to be measured because it provides sustainability overview. The typical methods here for measuring the system health include audit trend, training, and effectiveness. Those are the typical measures. And the typical methods to measure system health include internal audit results and competence assessment. The objectives we are addressing with system health measurements are all objectives through system improvement. This monitoring framework directly support measurement of the 6 quality objectives from our Module 2, providing data needed for continuous improvement and management decision making. Measurement data. Good data it is designed, and good data is not collected randomly. ISO 9001 Class 9.1.1 General Requirements requires general requirements for Class 9.1 requires organizations to determine appropriate methods for monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation. This table provides design criteria for effective measurement. The first question for the measurement would be, what are we measuring? Ideal answer for this question is we are measuring process performance and outcomes. And for our global meat house example, that include the specification conformance percentage by shift and customer complaints categories. The objective linked to this measurement includes specifications conformance and customer complaints reduction. Second question, how often should we measure? Ideal answer, we should measure based on risk. In our example in global meat house, the measurement of temperature is continuously and the measurement of traceability is monthly test drills. The objective linked to this frequency include temperature excursion elimination and traceability performance improvement. That question would be, who measures? Ideal answer, the measures should be done by process owner. In our global meat house example, that include supervisors must measure the conformance and operators must record the temperatures. The link's objective to the to this question of who measures include its specification conformance and temperature excursion. Then we do have the other question, which is how accurate should measurement be? The ideal answer for this, the measurement should be accurate to fit for the purpose. In our example, in global meat house, the measurement of temperature should be plus or minus zero point 0.5 Celsius, and for the packing weight should be 0 or minus 2 grams, and the addressed link to this accuracy includes temperature excursion and specifications conformance. Last question, what trigger actions in case of out of tolerance? The ideal answer is action is triggered based on defined threshold. In our case in global meat house, for temperature, the action is triggered when it goes above 4 Celsius. It will trigger the investigation. And for complaints, when it raises above 2%, it will trigger review. The links addressed here include temperature excursion and complaints and customer complaints reduction. This measurement design framework meets Clause 9.1.1 requirements while directly supporting monitoring progress toward all six quality objectives through systematic and risk-based thinking measurement. Cold chain monitoring example. Temperature control is critical to food safety and directly address the temperature excursion objectives. Currently, our objectives is to eliminate the 12 incident we have from previous year to zero. The following example will show monitoring design for high risk process and how we can eliminate those excursion. The first parameter, dispatch temperature. Site A will monitor and log the temperature every 2 hours, and Site B will verify the temperature log on the receipt. And in transport within 15 kilometers between Site A and Site B, continuous logging during the transport is mandatory. Then we do have the second parameter, which is storage temperature, that is not applicable inside A, but inside B, it requires continuous monitoring with alarms. And during the transportation of 15 kilometers, it requires refrigerated transport monitoring throughout the journey. The third parameter is temperature deviation. Inside A, it required recorded and investigated within 2 hours in case of deviation. And inside B, in case of deviation, it requires immediate investigation and corrective action. And during the transport of 15 kilometers between two sites, the temperature deviation requires product hold pending for evaluation and decision. This monitoring system designed directly supports achieving the temperature excursion above objectives, which we determined to eliminate the 12 incidents by providing comprehensive visibility and rapid response capability across both sites and during the transportation. The second topic today is customer satisfaction monitoring. Customer measure us when we don't know. And in ISO 9001 clause 9.2.1.2, customer satisfaction, it requires organizations to monitor customers' perception of the degree to which their needs and expectations have been fulfilled. Organizations must monitor customers' perception of the degree to which their needs and expectations have been fulfilled. This information must be analyzed and evaluated to determine methods for obtaining, monitoring, and reviewing this information. For our case study, Global Meat House, this includes direct feedback, complaints analysis, and market intelligence. By establishing systematic customer feedback collection, analysis methods, and response procedure, we meet the requirement of Clause 9.1.2 for customer satisfaction monitoring. The teaching line here in customer satisfaction monitoring: complaints are not the problem, but ignoring the complaints are the problem. Let's see now customer feedback sources. Clause 9.1.2 of ISO 9001 Quality Management System, which is customer satisfaction, requires monitoring customers' perception through various sources. This table that we are going to show you from our Global Meat House example shows key feedback resources and their values, and you can replicate the same to your organization. The first source is complaints. What does complaints tell us? It tells us there is a failure, and collection methods for complaints data, including complaints handling system and categorization. Objectives addressed to complaints data include customer complaints reduction. Second source is return. Return tell us there is a process gap, and the collection methods for return data include return tracking and root cause analysis. Object, Objectives links to returns data include specifications conformance and cause of poor quality reduction. Third source is claims. Claims tells us Claims data tells us there are financial impacts. The collection methods for claims data include claims register and impact assessment. Objective links for claims data include reduction of cause of poor quality and customer complaints reduction. Fourth data is feedback. Feedback tells us there are improvement opportunities. The collection methods for feedback data include surveys, customer visits, and regular meetings. The objective links to feedback include all objectives through customer insights. The fifth source of data is lost customers. And what lost customers data tell us includes system failure. The collection methods for lost customer data include exit interviews and lost business analysis. The link objectives to lost customer data include reduction of customer complaint and improvement of export documentation accuracy. These customer feedback frameworks meets clause 9.1.2 requirements while directly supporting the customer complaints objectives reduction and providing insights for improvement across all quality objectives. Complaints handling methods. We will walk you through our design and our case study of Global Meat House. Because ISO 9001 clause 9.1.2, which is customer satisfaction, requires effective monitoring of customer satisfaction. A systematic complaint handling process is essential to this monitoring. Now let's take a look. The first step is to receive and log in the complaint. The purpose is to provide visibility. Action required here include record in complaints database and design and assign reference for such complaint. The time target to implement the receiving and logging must be done within the same day. The second step is to contain the complaint. The purpose of containment, it protects the customers, and the actions required for containments include isolate affected products and prevent further shipments. The time target for containment is 24 hours from the receiving of the complaint. The third step is to investigate the complaint. The purpose of the investigations include finding the root cause, and actions required for investigation include root cause analysis and extent determination of how effects is. The time target for our investigation, it must be completed within 48 hours from the reception of the complaint. The fifth step is the correction. Correction purpose is to fix the system. The action requires for correction include implementation of corrective actions and prevention of reoccurrence. The time target to implement the correction, it must be completed within 5 working days from the reception of the complaint. The fifth step is communication. Communication of the complaints purpose is to build the trust, and the actions required for communication of the complaints include updating the customer, confirmation of the satisfaction of the customer with the resolution. The time target required to complete the communication, it must be done within 7 days, 7 working days from the reception of the complaint. This complaints handling model directly directly supports the customer complaints objectives of reducing from 2.3 to under 1.5 by ensuring rapid response and effective resolution and system improvement to prevent recurrence. Our third topic today is analysis and evaluation, and data must answer questions. From data to insight, ISO 9001 clause 9.1.3 analysis and evaluation requires organizations to analyze and evaluate appropriate data and information arising from monitoring and measurement. Organizations must analyze and evaluate data and information to evaluate the performance and effectiveness of the quality management system, the extent to which customer requirements are being met, and the need for improvement. Data without questions are just noise. By establishing analytical frameworks that answer specific questions about system performance, we meet the requirement of Clause 9.1.3 for meaningful analysis and evaluation. The key principle, the key principle for analysis and evaluation here is that numbers without questions are noise, because every measurement must answer a specific question about system performance, and we are going to show you shortly how to do that. From data insight to analysis, and according to ISO 9001 class 9.1.3, analysis and evaluation requires data analysis that provides insight into system performance. And this table from our case study, We'll show how structured analysis answer key questions. The first data, the rework trend. Rework trend data, the question it should answer is where variation increasing, and analysis methods for rework data include Pareto analysis by process, by shift, and by other operator. The objective impact of data from rework trend include customer specification conformance and reduction of cost of poor quality. Second data comes from complaints by type. The question it should answer is which process is unstable. The analysis methods for complaints by type includes trend analysis and root cause categorization. The objective impact of complaints by type data include reduction of customer complaints. The third data is audit findings, and the question it should answer includes what controls are weak. Analysis methods for audit findings data include finding categorization and trend analysis by area. Objective impact of such data include all objectives through system improvement. The other data are suppliers rejection data. The questions it should answer is which inputs are risky. Analysis method for supplier rejects data includes supplier scorecard and rejection rates trend. The objective impact of supplier rejects data include specifications conformance and cost of poor quality reduction. The other data is temperature deviation data. And the question it should answer is where does cold chain breaks? Analysis methods for temperature deviation data include location analysis and time of day patterns. Objective impact of temperature deviation data include temperature excursion elimination. The final data is traceability test results. The question traceability test result data should answer is where do traceability gaps occur? Analysis methods for traceability test data includes gap analysis by stage and process mapping. The objectives impact of traceability test results data include traceability performance by eliminating 8 gaps of our objectives and ensure 100% success. Wait, guys, want to drink water. This analysis frameworks transforms raw data into actionable insights, meeting clause 9.1.3 requirements while directly supporting improvement toward all quality objectives. Our fourth topic is internal audit, and we must use it as a learning tool but not a police check. Internal audits are learning tools. An ISO 9001 Clause 9.2 internal audit requires organizations to conduct internal audits at, at planned intervals to provide information on whether the quality management system conforms to requirements and is effectively managed and maintained. Organizations must conduct internal audits to provide information on whether the quality management system conforms to the organization's own requirement and to ISO 9001 requirement. And this effectively implemented and that it is effectively implemented and maintained. Audits should be learning opportunities, like we say, that drive improvement and not policing check. By implementing risk-based audit program focused on process improvement rather than compliance check, we meet the requirement of clause 9.2 for effective internal audit. The teaching line from the internal audit as a learning tool here audits the system where it hurt, not auditing the system where it is easy. What internal audit should be versus what it should not, let's look and to avoid the pitfall and adapt the best practices. ISO 9001, Clause 9.2, internal audit, requires audits that provide information on quality management system effectiveness. Understanding the purpose of this will prevent us from conducting poor quality audit approach. The good audit should be a process-focused audit. Good audit should be a curious type of audit, and the good audit should be evidence-based audit, and the good audit should be improvement-driven audit. The poor audit is a clause-focused audit. Poor audit is judgmental audit, and poor audit is opinion-based audit, and poor audit is compliance-driven audit. By focusing on process effectiveness, evidence-based findings, and improvement opportunities rather than clause compliance and judgment, you implement clause 9.2 audits that add values and drive system improvement. Internal audit programs for two sites operations. According to ISO 9001, Clause 9.2, internal audit programs requires organizations to plan, establish, implement, and maintain an audit program. This table here from our Global Meet House shows key program elements for two-side operations, and you can replicate that to your own organizations. The first element is audit scope. Ideal answer, audit scope must cover both sides plus the interface. Two-side implementation, audit scope will cover side A processes, side B processes, and 15 kilometers transport interface. Objective support with audit scope are all objectives through comprehensive coverage. Second element, frequency of the audit. Ideally, it should be based on risk. And in our two-side implementation, the high-risk area, like cold chain, should be conducted quarterly, and low-risk areas should be conducted annually. The objective supports with frequency of our audit here include temperature excursion elimination and all objectives through risk focus. The third element of our audit is auditor's competence. Ideally, the auditor should be trained and independent. In our two sides implementation, that means cross-site auditing, external training, and process knowledge. The objective support with our audit competence requirements include quality of audit insights to support all the objectives. The fourth area, focus area, uh, the fourth element is focus area. Ideally, we should focus on interface and weak trends in our two sides implementations. That means and overs and problem areas from data analysis. We have explained this detailedly on our previous audits, in our previous modules. This objective supports here with our focus area of audit include traceability performance improvement to eliminate aid gaps and customer complaints reduction. The fifth element, or the final element for our audit, is the outputs of the audit. Ideally, it must include findings plus insights. In our two-sides implementations, this includes nonconformities, observations, and uh, improvement opportunities. And these objectives links to the outputs include driving improvement of our all objectives and beyond. This audit program design here meets clause 9.2.1 requirements while focusing on areas that directly impact the six quality objectives through risk-based schedule and improvement-oriented findings. Our fifth topic today is audit findings and follow-up. The message from the system through findings. And findings are messages from the system. ISO 9001 clause 9.2.2, which is conducting audit, requires audit programs that ensure findings are reported and appropriate corrective actions and corrections are taken without undue delay. Findings should be viewed as messages from the system about what needs attention. By implementing systematic finding classifications, root cause analysis, and follow-up verifications, we meet the requirement of Clause 9.2.2 for effective audit results management. The types of audit findings. ISO 9001 Clause 9.2.2 conducting audits requires reporting of audit results, so understanding finding type will help prioritize responses and actions. And let's see in our case study. First, audit type is nonconformity. Nonconformity means requirements have not been met, and the example in our case study, that would mean temperature records are missing for the last 3 days, and the response required for this nonconformity will include immediate corrections plus root cause analysis plus corrective actions. The second type of finding is observation. Observation means there are weak controls in place. Example of observation in our case study include temperature monitoring relies on single person. The response required for such observation or weak controls include to consider improvement in order to strengthen the control and diversify. The third type of findings are opportunities. Opportunity means there are potentials for improvement. In our case study, that will mean digital systems could improve traceability speed, and the response required for such opportunity include evaluation improvement opportunities. This finding classification system supports achievement of all the six objectives by ensuring appropriate response level and driving continuous improvement through systematic follow-up. Proper follow-up process. ISO 9001 clause 9.2.2 conducting audits requires appropriate corrections and corrective actions without undue delay. This table will show us the follow-up process for maximum improvement impact. First step, the root cause analysis. The purpose of conducting root cause analysis is to stop the recurrence. Objective impact through root cause analysis include prevents systematic issues that affect specifications conformance and also reducing the customer complaints. The second step, is to apply corrective actions. The purpose of corrective action applications is to fix the system. Objective impact through addressing the corrective actions include addresses systems weakness affecting temperature excursion elimination and also traceability performance improvement. The third step is to apply verification. Verification's purpose is to confirm the effectiveness of applied corrective actions. The objective impact with our verification will include ensuring improvement, deliver expected results for export documentations, accuracy objectives, and reduction of cost of poor quality. The final step, which is trend reviews, the purpose of our trend reviews is to prevent the patterns from spiking. An objective impact of our trend reviews include identification of emerging issues before they impact any of the objectives and applied effective corrective actions. This follow-up process ensures audit findings drive real improvement toward all quality objectives through systematic root cause analysis and verification of corrective actions effectiveness. Our sixth topic today is management review, which is a decision forum. Management review, according to ISO 9001 Clause 9.3, management review requires top management to review the organization's quality management system at planned interval to ensure its continuous suitability, adequacy, effectiveness, and alignment with the strategic direction. Top management must review the quality management system at planned intervals to ensure continuing suitability, adequacy, effective, and alignment with the strategic decision, with the strategic management. Management review is a decision forum, as we said, and it's not a presentation meeting. By establishing a systematic review, which we will explore right now, decision focused meetings, and clear outputs with accountability, we meet the requirement of Clause 9.3 for effective management review. The teaching line from our management review as a decision forum is that if no decision have been made during the management review, we consider the review never happened. What management review is and what management review not, we need to distinguish here to avoid the pitfalls. According to ISO 9001 Clause 9.3, management review requires reviews that ensure quality management system effectiveness and alignment. Understanding the purpose prevents ineffective review meetings. The effective review meeting. Management review means that it's a decision meeting. Management review means it's a leadership responsibility meeting. Management review means it's a forward-looking meeting. And management review means it's a strategic meeting. Management review, however, is not a presentation meeting. Management review is not a QA reporting to his bosses. Management review is not a historical review. And management review is not a routine ritual of the management. By focusing on decisions, leadership responsibility, and strategic direction rather than presentation and historical reporting, you implement Clause 9.3 review that drives system improvement and resources allocation. Management review inputs. ISO 9001 Clause 9.3 management review inputs requires specific inputs to management reviews. This table shows required inputs and their importance for decision making. The first input of the management reviews must be a performance trend. Performance trend matter here because it shows system health. The objective focus of the performance trends must include progress toward all quality objectives, include in our case customer complaints reduction, specifications conformance improvement, and temperature excursion elimination plus other objectives. The other input for the management review should include customer feedback, and customer feedback matter here because it shows market signal. And the objective focus with customer feedback includes customer complaints trend, satisfaction data, export customer feedback affecting the export documentation, which will link to our objective of improving the accuracy to 99%. Third input of our management review includes audit results. Audit results matter here because they show control effectiveness. And the objective focus of our audit results here will include internal audit findings affecting system effectiveness and progress toward traceability performance, which we set to eliminate the 8 gaps and confirm 100% traceability success. The other input of our management review is risk and opportunity. Risk and opportunities matter here to be included because it shows future stability. The objective address with our risk, the objective focus with our risk and opportunities here include emerging risk to objectives and opportunities for cost of poor quality reduction. The final input for our management review include resources needed. Resource needs must be included in management review because it shows the capability requirement. And the focus objective with our resources need include resources needed to achieve objectives and resources needed for technology investment for system improvement. These management reviews inputs meet clause 9.3.2 requirements while focusing decision making on progress towards the quality objectives and system improvement needs. Management review outputs. After we look the input, now let's review or let's look at how to design the outputs. ISO 9001 clause 9.3.3 management review outputs requires specific outputs from management review, including decision and actions. This table shows required outputs and their meanings. The first output of our management review is decision. Our decisions. Decisions from management review means strategic directions. Example of related decisions to our objectives, decisions to invest automated temperature monitoring to achieve temperature excursion elimination from 12 incidents per year to zero. The second outputs from the management review should be actions, and actions means there are accountability. Example actions related to our objectives include implementation of digital traceability system by Q3 to support traceability performance by eliminating 8 gaps and ensuring 100% success. The third output from our management review must include resources allocation, and that means there are commitment from the top. Example related to our objectives for resources allocation include to allocate 50,000 USD budget for specifications compliance training to achieve specifications conformance, which we currently set the objective to improve from 94% to above 98% accuracy. The other outputs from the management review includes improvement priorities. This output means there is focus from the management. Example related to our objectives for improvement priorities includes priority 1, customer complaints reduction, and priority 2, reduction of cause of poor quality. These management reviews outputs meets clause 9.3.3 requirements while ensuring concrete decisions and resources commitment that accelerate progress toward all quality objectives. The seventh topic today is two sites management review. We will have one review of two sites and we have one system. ISO 9001 Clause 9.3 Management Review must address the entire quality management system scope. For two sites operations, this means integrated review that connects rather than compares two sites. Management review must address the complete scope of the quality management system. For Global Meat House, this means reviewing both sides as one integrated system focused on achieving the six quality objectives across the entire operations. By structuring review around system integration and objective achievement rather than side comparison, we meet clause 9.3 requirement while driving coordinated improvement. The key principles here is management review must connect the sites and not compare them to each other. In case of multi-sites, it must do the same. Now, two-site review model. In ISO 9001, clause 9.3, which is management review, for two-site or multi-sites operations, it must address system integration and objective achievement. In our case study, this table that we are going to show you will show how to structure integration review, and you can replicate this to your multi-sites or single site. The first topic, our quality trends must be addressed for the review of two sites. Side A will review carcass defects and slaughter consistency. Side B input will include rework rates and specification conformance. The integrated decision focus with quality trend here of the input from side A and input from side B include combined progress toward specification conformance and customer complaints reduction. The second topic would be cold chain. Side A input for cold chain here include dispatch temperature data, and side B input for cold chain include reception and storage data. The integrated decision focus for our cold chain data include end-to-end cold chain integrity and temperature excursion elimination. The third topic for two-site review would be audit findings. Side A input for audit findings include slaughter and livestock issues. Side B input for audit findings include processing and packing issues. Integrated decision focus for our audit findings will be system-wide improvement priorities and interface controls. The fourth topic, our two-side review include improvements. The inputs from side A will be side A proposals and needs. Similarly, in side B, the input will be side B proposals and needs. Integrated decision focus for improvement here will be resources allocation decisions for maximum system impact on all objectives. This integrated review model meets clause 9.3 requirements while focusing management decisions on system-wide progress, toward the quality objectives through coordinated improvement actions. Our eighth topic today is Module 6 outputs. What you must have after Module 6 completion today: ISO 9001, Clause 9, performance evaluation, requires systematic monitoring, measurement, analysis, auditing, and management review. These outputs that we are going to show you will provide the evidence of effective implementation. Module 6 outputs demonstrates that your organization can see systems performance clearly, learn from data and feedback, and make evidence-based decisions for continuous improvement. Module 6 deliverables. ISO 9001 Clause 9 performance evaluation, implementations outputs that demonstrate system learning capability and support achievement of the 6 quality objectives. First output is KPI dashboard. The description should be risk-based monitoring system showing progress towards 6 objectives. The objectives support, in our case here, tracking KPI dashboard should be showing tracking all 6 objectives, include customer complaints reduction, specification conformance improvement, temperature excursion elimination, traceability performance improvement, and export documentation accuracy rate improvement, and cost of poor quality reduction. The second output of our Module 4 is customer feedback system. Description of our customer feedback system is responsive complaints handling and satisfaction monitoring. Objective support with our customer feedback include customer complaints reduction and export documentation quality feedback. The third output is internal audit program. Description for internal audit program is learning focused audits that drive systematic improvement. Objectives support for our internal audit program include: it verifies controls supporting all objectives, and it identifies improvements opportunities. Then the other output is management review process. Description for management review process would be decision-driven reviews that clear outputs with clear outputs and accountability. The address objective with management review processes include resources allocation and strategic decision to accelerate progress toward all objectives. The final outputs is improvement priorities, and the description for improvement priorities includes agreed and tracked improvement actions based on performance data. And that must include, and the objectives focus with improvement priorities include focus improvement efforts on highest impact area for objectives achievement. These deliverables provides the measurements and analysis capabilities needed to drive continuous improvement toward all 6 quality objectives in Module 7. How Module 6 use Module 5 operations control. First, ISO 9001 Clause 8 operations provides the control processes that Clause 9 of topic of today, performance evaluation, measures and evaluate. Module 5 established the control, but Module 6 of today measures their effectiveness. Module 5 operations control provided process control procedure. Module 6 performance. Today, performance measurement provide process performance monitoring, and the daily implementation here include daily monitoring shows if controls delivered expected result. Module 5 provided supplier control program, and Module 6, performance measurement, provided supplier performance measurement, and daily implementations include supplier scorecard tracking, inputs quality affecting specification conformance. Thirdly, Module 5, operational control, provided traceability system, and Module 6, today, performance measurement, provided traceability performance testing. The daily implementation will include monthly traceability drills, measure system capability, and identifying gaps. Finally, Module 5, operations control, provided non-conforming products controls, and Module 6, performance measurement, provided non-conformance trend analysis. The implementation includes tracking rework trend, reveals process stability, and improvement needs. Integration. Performance evaluation measures the effectiveness of operations control, and without Module 5 controls, there would be nothing meaningful to measure. We will be randomly measuring. This integration demonstrates how Class 8 operations and Class 9 performance evaluations work together. Operational controls enable consistent performance, and performance evaluation confirms control are working and identifies improvement needed. Module 6 implementation outputs. What you should have after completing Module 6. These outputs represent tangible evidence of ISO 9001 Class 9 performance evaluation implementation. More importantly, the following outputs are measurement systems that track progress towards 6 quality objectives established in Module 2. In your own organization, you can use this output to confirm the effective implementation or the need for rewind. The first output must be KPI dashboard system, which means it must be risk-based monitoring system with real-time visibility into the 6 quality objectives, and it includes trend analysis, threshold alert, and automated reporting for management review in case of criticality. Example of KPI dashboard system in our case include daily dashboard showing customer complaints rate trending from 2.3 down toward under 1.5% targets with drill down capability by complaint type and root cause analysis or root cause types. The objective of our KPI dashboard include the objective we track with our KPI dashboard include all 6 objectives with visual indicators, trend lines, and target achievement status. The second output would be customer feedback system, and it must be systematic approach to collection, analyzing, and reporting to customer feedback, including complaints, returns, claims, and satisfaction survey. Example of our customer feedback system include customer complaints handling system with 24 hours response target and root cause analysis linking back to process improvement. Objectives addressed with customer feedback system include customer complaints reduction and export document quality feedback, improving the accuracy. Third output will be internal audit program. Internal audit program must be a learning focused audit program with risk-based scheduling, process focused approaches, and improvement oriented findings that drive system enhancement. Example for our internal audit program include quarterly audits for high risk area such as cold chain and traceability, with findings that identify specific improvement opportunities. Objectives addressed with our internal audit program include: it verifies controls supporting all objectives. It identifies gaps in temperature excursion elimination and traceability performance gaps elimination. The fourth output is management review process. It must be a decision-focused management review with systematic inputs, strategic discussions, and clear outputs, including resources allocation and improvement priorities. Example of our management review process include quarterly management reviews, resulting in decision to invest 50,000 USD in digital traceability system to achieve 100% traceability test success. Objectives addressed with our management review process include resources allocations to accelerate programs toward all quality objectives. The fifth output is analysis evaluation system. The analysis evaluation system must be data analysis framework that transforms measurement into insights, and answers specific questions about system performance and identifies improvement opportunities. Example for analysis and evaluation system include monthly analysis showing cost of poor quality trends from 384,000 USD toward 192,000 or 268,000 USD reduction target through waste reduction and rework elimination. Objective addressed with our analysis evaluation system include: it provides insights driving improvement for the specification conformance, such as improving the conformance from 94% to 98% and reduction of cost of poor quality. These five implementation outputs provides auditable evidence of Clause 9 performance evaluation compliance while serving as the measurement foundation for achieving all six quality objectives and is enabling the continuous improvement focus of Module 7. Measuring your system performance. Let's see the elements that you should do to measure your system performance. And let's have the five implementation priorities. First, KPI dashboard setup and data allocation system as explained. Secondly, customer feedback collection and complaints handling procedures. And then internal audit program, plant and audit training, and then an auditor training. Sorry, internal audit program planning and auditor training, management review meeting structure and decision processes, and analysis and evaluation procedures for data-driven insights. Key success factors for implementation. First, measure what matters and focus on measurement on things that directly affects the six quality objectives in our case. And in your case, focus measurement on things that directly affect all of your quality objectives and customer satisfaction. Secondly, ask the right questions. Every measurement should answer a specific question about system performance and improvement needs. Thirdly, turn data into decisions. Use analysis to drive measurement decisions into resources allocation for maximum improvement impact. Fourthly, learn continuously and perform evaluation. Performance evaluation is about organizational learning. So listen to what the systems are telling you. The common pitfalls to avoid when we are implementing ISO Clause 9. What doesn't work includes measuring everything instead of measuring what matters, doesn't work. historical reporting without analysis or actions. Audit focused on class compliance rather than focusing on effectiveness, and measurement reviews that are presentations meeting, management reviews that are presentation meetings, and collecting data without asking questions and also ignoring customer feedback patterns. Those don't work. What really work when implementing Clause 9 include risk-based measurement focus on critical objectives, forward-looking analysis that drives decisions, learning-oriented audits that improve processes, decision-focused management reviews, data analysis that answers specific questions, and responsive customer feedback systems. Your plan to implement. First, in order to implement Clause 9, start with designing your measurement system by identifying what you need. Sorry. By identifying what you need what needs measuring to track progress toward your quality objectives. Secondly, establish customer feedback collection by creating systems to capture and analyze customer satisfaction and complaints. Thirdly, plan your audit program by designing learning focused audits that verify controls and identify improvement. Fourthly, structure management review by creating decision focused reviews, meetings that with clear inputs and clear outputs and clear accountability. Fourthly, implement and learn. Deploy the measurement system and use results to drive continuous improvement. Preparing for Module 7, the improvement. Module 6 shows us how to measure systems performance. Module 7 will show us how to use these measurements to drive systematic improvement. More specifically, Module 6 establishes the measurement system needed to track the 6 quality objectives from Module 2. Module 7 will use these performance data to improve corrective actions and continual improvement. ISO 9001 Class 9 today, performance evaluation, provided the measurement capability. The next module, which is Class 10 improvement, will use these measurements to drive systematic improvement. What Module 6 have accomplished so far? Measurement foundations for objectives. First, KPI dashboard has been operational by tracking customer complaints and specification conformance. Then customer feedback system have been implemented, which monitors customer complaints, trends, and satisfaction patterns. Then internal audit program have been activated to verify traceability performance and temperature excursions. Then management review process have been established, which makes resources decisions to support export documentation's accuracy improvement and reduction of cost of poor quality. And then also we have analysis and evaluation procedures to transform measurement data into improvement insights for all objectives. What Module 7 will provide? Module 6 measures the performance. Module 7 will improve the performance through the following. First, nonconformity and corrective actions, and that will cover root cause analysis methods, corrective actions procedures, and effectiveness verification. We will use nonconformity and corrective actions. Uh, we will use performance data from Module 6 to identify and eliminate root cause affecting the 6 quality objectives. In Module 7 also, we will cover continual improvement, which will address improvement opportunities identifications, innovation integration, and performance breakthrough methods. which will accelerate progress toward the six objectives through systematic improvement. Then in Module 7, we will cover management of change, which will address change control procedures, risk assessment for change, and implementation planning, which will ensure improvement, don't create new risks while achieving objective targets. The connection. Module 6, performance, measurement of current state, and Module 7 will be the improvement or the systematic enhancement toward target state. Measurement without improvement is just reporting. So Module 7 provides the improvement engine to achieve the six objectives. This progression from Clause 9 performance evaluation to Clause 10 improvement will ensure your measurement data drive real improvement and objectives achievement. Module 7 will show you exactly how to achieve your objectives. In our case, customer complaints reduction. It will show us also how to improve the specification conformance, and it will show us how to reduce the cost of poor quality, and also it will show us how to eliminate customer excursion, and also Module 7 will show us how to improve traceability gaps, traceability performance by eliminating the gaps. And Module 7 finally will show us how to improve export documentation accuracy. Performance evaluations enables continuous learning. So performance evaluation is the organization's talking to itself, like we said before, and this is what we addressed today. If you listen carefully to your performance, the system tells you where it hurts, where it works, and where it needs help. If you learn from what you hear from your system, continuous improvement becomes systematic and effective. Your achievement in Module 6 include risk-based monitoring and measurement system operational, customer satisfaction monitoring and complaints handling system active, learning focused internal audit program driving systematic improvement or system improvement, decision oriented management review process making strategic improvement. Module 6 performance under measurement in your 8 module journey, and we have 2 module left. Module 6 has established measurement system that shows how well our operations control from Module 5 are performing. We now have the visibility needed to drive systematic improvement toward our quality objectives. From control measurement to operational evaluated. With the performance evaluation system implemented in this module, our quality management system can now see its own performance clearly and learn from data, learn from uh, audits, and learn from feedback. What's next? Driving improvement with Module 7. So we will move to Module 7, which will show us how to use performance data to improve corrective actions and continual improvement that accelerate progress toward our quality objectives. Module 6 summary, implementation checklist, and we need to confirm this if we have implemented with our organizations effectively. Use this checklist to verify you have implemented the key requirements of ISO 9001 Clause 9 performance evaluation. Each area directly supports tracking and improvement of 6 quality objectives established in Module 6 in our case, and in your case could be different objectives. Monitoring and measurement must cover risk-based KPI dashboard, tracking all the quality objectives. Also, it must cover process-focused monitoring with the defined threshold, your monitoring and measurement must cover also customer satisfaction measurement system, and your monitoring and measurement must cover data collection and analysis procedures are operational. And the objective with your monitoring and measurement is a real-time visibility into your objectives. In our case, include customer complaint, specification conformance, and so on. The second output must be customer satisfaction. And in your output of customer satisfaction, it should cover the following. Customer feedback collection system must be operational. Complaints handling procedures with response target must be in place. Satisfaction surveys and market intelligence collection data must be designed. Analysis and response procedures must be established. Your objective with customer satisfaction should include, for example, customer complaints reduction, monitoring and response time, and customer satisfaction improvement. Internal audits output, it should cover the following. Learning focused audit program with risk-based scheduling, competence auditor trained in process-based auditing, finding, finding management and follow-up procedures, and also audit effectiveness measurements and improvement. The objective with internal audit here is for verification of control to support all of your quality objectives and also identification of the system improvement opportunities. The final output is management review. Your management review should cover the following. Decision focus review measurement with systematic inputs, clear output including resources allocation decisions, progress tracking toward quality objectives, improvement prioritizations and accountability. Your objectives with management review should cover strategic decisions and resources allocation to accelerate progress toward all of your quality objectives. Now, by completing these four areas, you have completed class 9 performance evaluation requirements. And also you have established the measurement foundation for tracking progress toward quality objectives. Your system can now see its performance clearly and learn from data drive to drive continuous improvement. Are you ready for Module 7? If you can check all of above, that means you are ready for Module 7 and we will use it to improve the data. Uh, Complete journey, what we have learned so far, we'll cover it quickly. We have covered now 6 modules. Module 1, which is class 4, understanding the context of the organization. We have established there the foundation, and we have covered context analysis. We have complete context analysis. We have mapped the process. We have defined the scope, and we have established the process performance baseline, which is the cause of poor quality of 384. And then in Module 2, which is Class 5, Leadership and Quality Culture, we have established accountability there, and that covered leadership structure have been defined there, quality policy have been created, 6 quality objectives have been set, and interface ownership have been assigned in Module 2. Then in Module 3, which is Class 6, Planning the Quality Management System, we have established risk management there, and we have covered risk-based thinking framework. Risk register have been created there, and we have design controls and also uh, change management procedure. Then in Module 4, which is Cloud 7, support processes, we have established its infrastructure there, and we have covered resources and maintenance system, competence and training program, communication channel, and document control system. Then in Module 5, which is Class 8, operational control, we have establish operational control there, and we have covered process mapping and controls, supplier management program, traceability system, and nonconformity control. Then in class 6, which in module 6, which is class 9 today, performance evaluation, we have measured the performance and we have covered KPI dashboard and monitoring system satisfaction, customer satisfaction measurement, learning focused internal audit, and decision driven management review. So ahead we have module 7, which is improvement, and that will cover nonconformity, corrective actions, and continuous improvement. And then in module 8, certification readiness, we will cover gap assessment, audit preparation, and certifications. So far, we have completed 75%, 6 out of 8, and we are ready. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making this world a safe place. And thank you for staying with us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will have more free materials. We will also implement the other frameworks. And we will also um, we will also give you free material from the other classes. So thank you, and have a nice day, and see you in class 7. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can stay updated. Appreciate you. Bye bye.